Tech for Good เป็นองค์กรไม่แสวงหาผลกำไรที่สนับสนุนสตาร์ทอัพที่ใช้เทคโนโลยีเพื่อช่วยแก้ไขปัญหาสังคมหรือ Social Tech Startup การสนับสนุนของ Tech for Good มีหลายด้านเช่นการมี Acceleration Program ที่ให้สตาร์ทอัพสามารถสมัครเข้ามาเพื่อเรียนรู้กับผู้เชี่ยวชาญและเชื่อมต่อกับเครือข่ายนักลงทุนนอกจากนั้น Tech for Good ยังมีเงินทุนเพื่อสนับสนุนสตาร์ทอัพในช่วงเริ่มต้นเพื่อให้สามารถขยายธุรกิจและสร้างผลิตภัณฑ์ที่แก้ไขปัญหาสังคมได้จริงๆ
Hello Amir. What motivates you to start Tech for Good and what's the idea behind the brand?
One, we partner. We partner with large organizations, mainly corporates, that have know-how, money, mentoring, whatever our entrepreneurs need. And I'll give you an example. We partnered with Nuva. Nuva is the largest food manufacturer in Israel. They practically feed every household in Israel. On the other hand, we partner with and we work with entrepreneurs that fight child obesity. Use technology to fight child obesity, that provide better nutrition, better food tech solutions to address nutrition issues. So our partnerships with large corporates enable our entrepreneurs, give them access to know-how, access to facilities, access to probably the best mentoring that you can get in the food industry. And this is one line of business. Second thing that we do is we accelerate startups. We choose the best social tech startups in the Israeli ecosystem. We accommodate them here. And if I may add a few words about our concept. We come from the entrepreneurship world. We listen to startups and entrepreneurs and we try to do it different. We understood that at least Israeli entrepreneurs don't need a structured program. It's not a university course in entrepreneurship, but rather it's hands-on solutions. So we made a program that is tailor-made to the exact needs of the startups that we work with. There is no start date, there is no end date. Third thing that we do is invest. We work with probably every impact investor, and if I may, a word about impact investor, there is a new generation of investors, not just in Israel, but all over the world. I think Asia, Southeast Asia is very much developed when it comes to impact investment. Do it different. Don't do it as a non-profit, but see to it that everything along the social tech value chain is for profit. The startups are all for profit. We as Tech for Good are for profit. The investment fund is an investment fund. It's not a philanthropic fund. I think that we live in a world where money matters. They should do a real research on the exact need that they're answering, okay? This is something entrepreneurs tend to trust their instinct, tend to ask their personal, to trust their personal story, what they know from their immediate environment. But they must research what is and pinpoint the exact need that they are answering. This is the first thing. Second thing that they should answer, question that they should ask is, are we or am I the one who is capable of executing and doing? Because you might have an amazing idea, but if you don't have the personal qualifications to do this, you will fail. The third thing that I have, third advice to a startup or to an entrepreneur is get ready to fail. You will fail. You will change your strategy. You will pivot your go-to market. You will never ever end up with what you've planned. Being an entrepreneur means failing every week. Okay, making terrible mistakes. If you don't have the emotional strength to stand this, go be a teacher, go be a doctor, go do something else.
As a father of Tech for Good, I want to know what is your definition of good?
Wow, that's an unfair question. I need to say that it's very personal. I define good as the intentionality. This is the main word that I will use to describe doing good. If your primary intentionality of the business, of you as a person, is to do good, then this is how I define. When I see an entrepreneur and I see 2, 3, 4 of them a day, probably, I kind of, behind the story, behind the technology, behind the business model, you kind of, there is a person. It's all about people. It's something that is from the inside of your heart, then this is my pure definition of doing good.
การถ่ายทอดเรื่องราวและความเคลื่อนไหวในแวดวงสตาร์ทอัพนอกจากจะช่วยสร้างความรู้ความเข้าใจแล้วยังเป็นแรงบันดาลใจให้กับสตาร์ทอัพรุ่นใหม่ๆอีกด้วยดังนั้นสื่อจึงเป็นอีกปัจจัยสำคัญที่ขาดไม่ได้ในตอนหน้าเราจะพาไปพบกับ Geek Time สื่อออนไลน์ที่ทรงอิทธิพลที่สุดแห่งหนึ่งในอิสราเอลเราจะไปดูกันว่ากว่าที่จะก้าวมาถึงจุดนี้พวกเขามีจุดเริ่มต้นและเส้นทางการเจริญเติบโตของธุรกิจอย่างไร
ตอนแรกคิดว่าของปลอมนะคะแต่ว่าเขาหยิบขึ้นมากิน แล้วก็เฮ้ยอะไรอะกินอะไรอะพริกหยวก Yes. Eat with me. Eat with me.
It's a favorite pepper. Cheers.
อุ้ยสตาร์ทอัพที่นี่กินพริกหยวกเป็นอาหารว่าง